sex moments. Not sure what happened to the first video. I'm going to make sure that I post it so you can see. I was just talking about the new product. So you can watch the information about the new product in the other video. But right now, I am going to continue with today's topic, okay? Again, if you're rewatching the playback of this video, welcome, welcome. If you are returning, I miss you. I'm so glad you're here. But anyway, so I'm gonna let y'all fill back in and then we can start chit-chatting it up, okay? I want to go ahead and see if you guys have any questions first. I will wait for a few moments, like I always do. Make sure you guys can ask me whatever it is you want to ask me, and then we can talk about whatever. You're attracted to me? That's good. That means that genetically, I am bon appetit. Anyway, okay. So let me see if you guys have any questions. Hey, Tonit G, what up with you too, bro? Can we get married? I'm not gonna answer that question. All right, so let me go ahead and get into the topic since you guys don't seem like you have any questions, because I want to go ahead and I want to ease some of your mind, some of your minds about the ideal that sexual experiences have to be completely perfect and have to be like, this thing, like a thing, I feel like so much anxiety and so much pressure has been put around sexual experiences, and it just doesn't have to be that way, okay? So the topic is overcoming embarrassing sex moments, okay? And so I wanted to start off with a little bit of a story. I started talking about it in the other stream. I had to end that stream again. I'll label that part 1, and this will be part 2, okay? So a damsel as a wife. Yo, you're funny. Okay. All right. So, now for women, a lot of embarrassing sex moments come from the vagina area. Like, because we cannot see that area, that's a lot of our embarrassing moments come from not being able to know what's going on down there. Okay. For guys, I want to say that it has been my experience, and I've heard a lot of people or a lot of guys say that their sexual embarrassment comes from not being able to get it up, or being afraid of their, like, what size they are. And I know, like, you guys see my shirt, and I say got girth because this is just entertainment purposes. And I have a lot of clients that are SPH clients, which are small penis humiliation clients. And so that's why this is a fetish line. This is a fetish clothing line, okay? So this has nothing to do with the way that you should be. There are no expectations on what you should or shouldn't have in your pants. This is purely for entertainment purposes. So please get over yourself if you're looking at this and you're going, oh my God, just calm down, relax, it's okay. I see some of you guys are filling back in. Fiona, hey, do you play any sports or dance? I like volleyball. And I do dance. I like to dance a lot. I like to do like bachata, and I like hip hop dancing and stuff like that. But I like answering you guys' questions in between time. Positive Swag 777, Mr. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so if you guys are just joining me right now, we're talking about embarrassing sex moments. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get to my story. I am really flexible, Fiona. I am very flexible. And if you were following me over on my Instagram, you would know that, because I be posting videos of myself doing yoga, doing all kind of yoga poses and things of that sort. So if you didn't even know, that means you're not on my Instagram. Instagram is Princess2goddess 100 or Princess2goddess music. No special characters or anything like that. Okay, so back to my embarrassing sex moment. Okay, so y'all getting the lowdown here. Okay, I'm gonna just let it all out there for you. Holy teachings. I never been active in sex. I'm not sure what that means. Please explain. What do you mean you never been active in sex? Like you don't actively move around in sex, or like you've never had sex? I'm not sure what that means, but all right, so I'm not sure. Let me get into it. Y'all distracted me. All right. I'm not sure if you know what a queef is. Does anybody know what a queef is? Like queefing? Do you know what that is? Does anybody? Just say yes or no. You don't have to tell me what it is. Just tell me yes or no. Yes. Positive Swag says it is a kitty fart. Exactly. All right. So let me tell you what happened. Okay. All right. So the only air that I have ever, before this incident, of course, the only time that I have ever expelled air was through a regular fluctuation, as we all call it, a regular fart. So I was, it was the first time that this had ever happened to me. We were in the middle of our, saying we were doing our thing, and then I think we were changing positions or something like that. And I got up and man, it happened. The air released and it made a sound. I was just like, what was that? And I was embarrassed because I didn't know if he knew what that was or where it came from. I felt like I need to explain myself, but it turns out he had already experienced that, been with someone who had experienced that, and so he knew what it was. And so he made sure that he assured me to make sure, telling me that it was okay, it wasn't a big deal, right? So yeah, so that's my sexual embarrassing moment. Like that was one of the first ones. Of course I've had like a few since then, but I mean, the more you become comfortable with yourself, the less embarrassing things are when they happen to you. So how do you overcome embarrassing sex moments, right? Okay, well, first of all, you need to be comfortable with yourself. Like you don't set such a mental high standard for yourself, going in thinking like, oh, I have to be like this, I have to be like that, because things happen. You're talking about bodily fluids, you're talking about naked bodies, it's a machine. The body is a machine. Things happen, things get out of whack. You have to understand that your body it's a machine. It's gonna do some things sometimes, maybe some things you don't know that it does. So the first thing that I would say is to just, not expect to be so perfect. Okay, you don't have to be perfect. If you're just joining us right now, we're talking about overcoming embarrassing sex moments. Okay, and I just gave my story of my first embarrassing sex moment. If you didn't get to hear that, make sure you just watch the replay. Okay, all right, so the first thing that I say is you have to become comfortable with yourself. Okay, you have to become comfortable with yourself and not expect to be perfect all the time in the bedroom. Okay, the second thing that I would say is make sure that you're picking your partner right, because the worst thing that you can do is pick someone who's immature, who doesn't know very much, or who is not very accepting or tolerant of change, differences. You don't want to pick someone who is demeaning. And hey, Dion, I know that it's cool. It's cool. We had to restart the video anyway. Yeah, so secondly, picking your partner, okay? we're talking, if you're just joining us right now, we're talking about embarrassing sex moments. I gave my story about my first embarrassing sex moment, and then my first tip to you about overcoming that embarrassing sex moment is being comfortable with yourself and not expecting to be perfect. The second tip is to make sure that you pick someone who is right. Okay, pick someone who is um, accepting, who is not critical of you, because the worst thing that you can do is have an embarrassing sex moment like that and then feel, be made to feel like worse about it. You're already embarrassed about it, right? You know, you're vulnerable, and then you have a partner who is not very understanding of you and make you feel bad for it. And that can have long-term effects. Like every time that you encounter something like that, that it can chip away at your self-esteem. So when you are choosing your partners to have sex with or to be with, period, in general, make sure that you are picking sex partners that are tolerant and accepting, if that makes sense. Okay. And the last tip, the third tip that I have for you about overcoming embarrassing sex moments is to make sure, excuse me, is to understand that this is probably not the last time. Okay. Something is going to happen, and it's okay. It's okay. Remember the first tip, you're not perfect, and don't expect yourself to be perfect. Sex is a learning thing, learning each other, learning your body, you know, learning. My first embarrassing moment, I didn't know that I could do that. I didn't know that my kitty made fart noises. Didn't know that. But I learned that day, and I was in good hands because I wasn't made to feel bad about it, okay? So I just wanted to make sure that I covered that, because I have a lot of clients who are kind of scarred from previous sexual experiences, in which they have been made to feel bad about themselves or something that they have done in the bedroom. And it's so much harder to help someone come out of that dark place that they've been put in for, after feeling vulnerable and been made to feel less than. It's hard to pull a client out of there. This right here is preventive maintenance, okay? Knowing that you're not perfect, knowing that if you haven't had an embarrassing sex moment, that you will have one. I mean, it's inevitable. What do we live to, like, be 90 these days? Like, our life expectancy has definitely gone up. So out of 90 years, you're definitely going to have at least one moment, or if I'm not going to say one, you're going to have a few moments that are going to be embarrassing for you during sex, okay? So it's okay, and you will pull through. Just make sure that you are doing what I'm saying, and when it happens, you will be covered. It'll be good. It won't be a problem, okay? Dion Brown, 15 seconds. Not sure what that means. Harley says, does size matter in a relationship? You know what, Harley? I'm not gonna lie to you. Got girth, yo? Sometimes it does. It depends on who you're with. You may be with a woman who does not want a large penis. You may be dealing with someone who does want a large penis. Let me give you examples, okay? Because a lot of times I say that and people are like, "Oh, wow, all girls want big penises." Not true. Some women like to give blowjobs, right? But if you are a man who has a larger penis, giving a blowjob can be a chore and a task, okay? So there are some women that would prefer a man with a smaller penis because it's easier to handle, it's easier to deal with. Not to mention, there are some women who are smaller in their petiteness. They're just tiny people. And having someone with bigger girth or a longer penis just doesn't work for them in their chemistry in their body, okay? So there are women who don't want big penises. And even though they don't want big penises, it still matters because their preference is to have a a partner with a smaller penis. Okay, so yes, it can matter, but I would say for the most part it does matter, but it doesn't matter which way. You just have to find someone who wants what you have, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Who else is up in here? Oh, Louisiana 318 says my ex passed gas through in 69. Oh my god. That would be embarrassing for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like straight up. That's straight fart air in your nose, in your face area, yo. Like that would, I'm not gonna lie. So that happened. How did you react, Louisiana 318, since your partner pretty much passed gas? Like they were in such an intimate situation. You got your whole face, your whole nose up in there. What did you do? What did you say? What did she say? Please, come on, give me the scoop. He says Avner Cham says average size fits most women 5 to 7. Yeah, yeah. See, the average penis size here in America is about 5 inches. Now anything after 7, you getting up there with the big boys. You know what I'm saying? Tanika Roberts says it feels embarrassing after wanting to do a weird role play fantasy. You feel now he knows too much about me. You know what though? That is a vulnerable place to be in. To like something that you don't believe most people like. Because look, let's face it, just like you like role playing, we don't know who else likes role playing. There may be lots more people that like to role play that they're just not saying anything. You don't know. You know what I mean? But it's embarrassing because you feel like, oh, I just shared a part of myself that I feel like most people don't like or don't do. And yeah, now he knows too much. But little do you know, he might be all, if he did the role playing, if he wasn't like, you know, being extra about it, he liked that too. He liked it too. Jay Layambo finally made it here today, first time. Perfect. Welcome to Chit Chats with Princess2goddess. Yo. So basically, we're here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Any question that you have, I have a little answer question section. Do a little update, we answer some questions, and then I get into the topic. Okay, so that's how this works. And today's topic is talking about overcoming embarrassing sex moments. If you want to hear my embarrassing sex moment, just hit the replay button. Go all the way back to the beginning. Mays 3Pa, buenas tardes. Oh, what's up? Buenas tardes. Paul RW, do you prefer circumcised or uncircumcised men? I have no preference. I did an entire video on circumcised or uncircumcised men, and I gave my spiel about what I thought about it. If you want, I can also leave that link to that video in the description box, or you can just go over and find it. Okay, so I owe y'all a few things. I owe you a link to my product line. Yeah, it is my product line. Make sure that if you want to support the channel, we got pillows and shirts, like t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. It's a fetish merch line that I created. So, and I did the drawing and I created everything. So support your girl. She was so sexy at going, and we laughed about it later. Okay, Louisiana 318. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. somebody that is mature, you know what I'm saying? You guys understand each other, it's okay. So what, she farted during a 69. Okay, like it's not a big deal. I mean, everybody farts, right? If you don't fart, you're gonna die if you don't fart. Okay, so let's all get over this idea that farting is like nasty. It's not. It's actually like you have to eat. You gotta fart because you gotta let the air out. Unless you burp, I mean, and even then, everybody needs to do it. Okay, it's not a big deal. Okay. Anthony says, "Hey, I got girth. Do you? All right. More power to you, bruh. You can get okay. So yeah, I'll leave the link. What I'll do is I'll try and put the products up under the, what do you call this down here? You guys see down here? It's like a you could put like products at the bottom. I'll try and do that, but until I can do that, I'll put the link to the products in the description box below. Okay. Hey, Michael. Michael in. What up, girl? St. Louis in the house. St. Louis in the house. All right. Hey. I don't know how many of you guys know, but I'm actually originally from St. Louis. Whoop whoop. The Show Me State. Alicia, what's up, girl? Better out than in. Yes, absolutely. Better out than in. Okay. Paul RW says, do you date a guy that don't want to go down on you? See, now you don't know that a person doesn't want to go down on you until you start dating them. So I can't say that I wouldn't date somebody who doesn't want to go down on me, because you don't know that until it actually happens. But I will say that we will definitely have a conversation about this if this is something that you don't want to do. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Paul. Yes, everybody's got a digestive system. Abner, Cham, Dion, you'll do it. You'll do what? What you gonna do? You guys are so adorable. I love you guys. Okay, so are there any questions? You go. I try not to stay on here longer than 30 minutes. I already spent like 10 minutes on the other video that just crashed and burned on our asses. It's going to be labeled Chit Chats with Princess2goddess, whatever today's date is, part 1. And then this one will be labeled part 2. Okay. So you can go back. There's 2 parts to this streaming. Go back and find the one that says part 1. And then watch this one, part 2. Okay. Louisiana 318 says you should do a matchmaking segment for singles. You know what? That sounds interesting. How would that be carried out? What do you mean? Huh? What I need to know what you mean. Like what would something like that look like? Would you guys like show up on here? Like, are you talking about like in person? Like because I definitely can throw some events. That's not a problem. But I am located in San Antonio, Texas. So if you're not in San Antonio, Texas, the physical location might not be suitable for you. So are we referring to like online? Like, what are we talking about? Any more questions before I get up out of here? Oh, okay. Abner Cham says, why are women attracted to narcissists who ignore them? Bruh. Because it's the chase. Women and men like to chase. Women like to chase in that way, to try and change someone, to get them to notice them. Women like to chase. And men like to chase. And so when they get a woman, the ones that are not mature and that don't know the process, they don't understand the patterns of communications with humans and stuff, once they get a girl, then they ignore her because the chase is over. They got what they wanted. It's done. So I hope that answers your question. It's a humanistic thing. And you have to know you have to know the intricacies and the delicacies of navigating that type of mental game, because women don't want needy dudes, and neither do guys. So it's just weird, okay? Like that's a whole like there's so many pieces to that. But to be, more simple about the answer, women are attracted to narcissists because of the chase. It's the chase, okay? It's that it's that competitive nature that we have to pursue something, just to see if you can get it. So okay. Let's see who else. Louisiana says I need to think on that. I'll get back with you. Okay. All right. So yeah, just get back to me on how you see a matchmaking session being played out. You can send me an email at spoilmymind@gmail.com. That's fine too. Donna Field says, have you ever used a flavor condom on a guy? If so, what's it like? No. I've not used a flavored condom on a guy. However, there are some products that are flavored like lubricants that I've had before, like I've used before, and those are really good actually. They actually taste good. You should try it. If you want, I can conjure up some lubricant or some or some products for you guys. Abner Cham, is it because they see them as a challenge? Yes. Women are attracted to narcissists. Well, they're I wouldn't say like across the board that all women are like that. Some women just become trapped in narcissistic relationships because they just didn't see it coming and they're too nice to stand up for themselves or to set boundaries. But for the other ones, it is a challenge. Mm-hmm. Okay, Louisiana, will you send me an email? David Boeing says, sounds awesome. Conjure some up. What kind of products do you guys need? Let's get this going. You guys in my community of mirrors, I need to know what's up, what y'all need, what you want. Your girl can fix it. She got it. So let me see what kind of product. So we can talk about those lubricants. And you know what? That's what I'll do on the next segment. We'll talk about some products. We'll talk about sex products that you can use to enhance your sexual experiences in the bedroom. That's what we'll do, okay? A date. Okay. All right, so next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see you then. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you're new, I really appreciate you being here. Again, this is my new product line. It's a fetish merch line. It's the Got Girth line. I made sure that I put all the love and attention into this artwork. Yes, I created this all by myself. So if you want to support the channel, go ahead and, purchase a shirt. They come in shirts, hoodies, pillows, posters, stickers, just the artwork all by itself. If you want that, like, I can do a special request. If you can, you can send me an email and tell me that you just want the artwork. If you don't like the words on it and you just like the artwork because I made it, then you can send me an email and let me know that that's what you want, okay? And then I can see what I can do for you. All right. Well, it has been fun as always. I hope that I have helped you to broaden your horizons about sex, because that is absolutely the point. Please don't take yourself too seriously doing sex, because things can happen and you can definitely spiral out of control and lose some self-confidence if you're taking yourself way too seriously during sex. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable. And if you are too anxious or, or whatever, uncomfortable, then you guys need to fix that. Anyway, Carl B. Oh, thank you. I love you too, Dion. All right, guys. I love y'all. And I will see you guys next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week's topic, we're going to talk about some products and things that you can use during sex to enhance your sexual experiences. Okay? Again, like and subscribe. I am on Instagram pretty much every day. I do snap. I haven't been snapping a lot lately, like the last week, but I'm gonna continue to snap on my Snapchat. So you can find my information for my Instagram and my Snapchat and my Twitter. I don't really do Twitter. That's like the last one. In this order, this is what I do: Snap, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So pick your preference. Anywho, I love you guys, and I will see you later. Mwah!